from the makers of Motown Mafia. Beyond the headlines, beyond the crime, beyond the glamours and gold, they don't run around the streets. They run the streets. Beyond Street Dreams. Documentary coming soon to Amazon Prime, Tubi, and Pluto TV.
What's happening, family? It's your man, CRB Jr. here at Big Boss Filmworks, Motown Mafia, here with the legendary one and only, the son of Eddie the Fat Man Jackson, and my lifelong friend and my brother. What's happening, brother Jackson?
Man, good to be home.
Eddie Jackson Jr.
Good to be home, man.
All right, we are on French Road, Detroit, Michigan, east side, between Mack and Canfield.
No doubt.
This is the legend of your legend, this was your headquarters for 20-some years.
You see, after I did the story about Paul's house, they tore it down. This is where it all happened for me.
And you didn't spoke in the past about, you didn't have a house on French Road. You had the block on French Road.
Yes.
Can you run down some of the houses and the names to give these people their roses?
Rochelle was right there.
She worked with you for a minute.
Rochelle worked with me. Yes, I got a kid by her, Jamel. And what's happening, my son, Jamel. Then you had you had Paul McDaniel. Then you had the Jacksons. Then you had the Bills. Then you had the Cunninghams. Moved down a little further. You had the Collins, who had the weed house. Then on the other side of the block, you had Rick Hobbs and the Collins' daughter, Loretta, was staying there. Come back down, we had Mr. Rufus right here. 2 doors down was Mr. Rufus. We used to always stash in his garage.
Now, wait a minute. Each family and house that you named on this block, in some way, one or another, either stashing, selling, lookout, all was part of your organization.
Yes. Because running a successful organization, you got to spread that money around, man. So if anybody came to me, let me give you a perfect example. Mr. Kelly was right there.
Okay.
When Mr. Kelly, he was a numbers man.
All right.
And Mr. Kelly would come say, Eddie, man, give me $300-$400 and I'll shoot it right back at you. I'm here getting mad money here, Mr. Kelly. Now, if I get it back, it's good, and if I don't, it's good. It's to keep the harmony of the neighborhood going, where he can accept all this goddamn traffic I got coming down here. Because this motherfucker is wide open, and you looking like, what the fuck is really going on here? This motherfucker getting money like one of those weed houses that you see, one of them dispensaries you see now.
Yeah.
That's how we was getting money, man. Like they getting money in them dispensaries now.
So check it out, dog.
And that's no joke.
Let's go back 1990, before me and you come over here and start
What's happening,
things
my
off.
brothers?
Before that, you was hustling in Highland Park.
Yes.
Right?
Highland Park was huge.
What happened in Highland Park that led? I moved back from New York. When I get back from New York, you telling me you got to leave Highland Park, and you got family over here on French Road, and
The police at this point
happened in Highland Park?
Quaker,
okay,
Francisco, Axel Foley, Francisco, and Quaker and Ponytail. They was on my trail. Anytime they see me, they would stop me. Now, I'm riding around Highland Park. They used to call me the traveling salesman. So now I'm traveling around Highland Park, serving everybody in my car. And now, as snitches do, they put the police on you and tell you, hey, that's Eddie. He's riding around serving everybody. So anytime any of them would see me, they would rush me, boom, for drugs, totally illegally.
So it got to the point when they saw you, they pulled you up.
They coming for me. Look, me and Jerome, my man Jerome.
Shout out to brother Rome.
Jerome come pick me up, okay? Classic story, me and Jerome, my man. Jerome come to pick me up. Now, they watching me. When I get in Jerome's car and we leave, they start to follow us. Okay. They follow us all the way on motherfucking 6 Mile, on Curtis. When you come up on Curtis there, you make a right turn, and this was a little car wash, hand job where you go in there. When we pull in there, all these motherfuckers jump us. I mean, they come from everywhere. Now, the owner of the car wash is looking like, who the fuck is these motherfuckers blocking my goddamn car wash like this. So he happened to jump into one of Pope Francis. He jumped in Ponytail's car and moved it. Ponytail, this motherfucker, Ponytail is a giant.
He didn't jump in the police car.
And moved it. Ponytail walked up on that motherfucker. I ought to slap the shit. And he owns the car wash. He said, I own this car wash. He said, don't you see this is a police? I'll slap the shit out of you. Man, that motherfucker, that owner with the shaking, he shook so bad there. Like he had the shakes. Like he needed a drink, man. Ponytail told that motherfucker, man, I'll ever get in my car and move my car again. Man, I'll beat the shit out of you.
Okay, so you get chased, literally you get chased out of Highland Park. This is about 89 going into 90.
Yes.
My old man then got violated for a pistol case on there on Highland Park following the run out to Bahamas.
Right.
We link back up. We both need some money.
Right.
You say you got family on French Road.
Yes.
Now, I had remembered in our teenage years, you would come over here to see your cousins.
Yep.
Which was Tony Richardson,
Dennis
Richardson,
and Curtis.
Kurt Richardson, and let's not forget
Benny Bo, baby.
Wait a minute, Brother
Rest
Alvin.
in peace.
And Brother Alvin.
We got to give a shout out to Benny Bo, the
Oh,
Cunninghams.
Benny Bo, the Cunninghams, right?
Rest in peace, my brother Benny Bo. He was truly
passed.
part of the team.
That's right.
Understand?
And his mama.
Without Benny Bo and Amy, it wouldn't have happened. At certain times, that was the only place I could go, man. And at certain times, the police wouldn't know how many houses I really was fucking around on this block. So when they would key in on this spot, I'm talking about you got everything keying on it. I would come in from over there. I would park on Lee May, and I would cut through the lots.
Mount Clair, Lee May.
Lee May.
Lee May. Oh, you would cut through 2 streets.
I would come through the lots and come here because when the police get to circling the block, they knew my car. So I had to put my car farther away because before they raid, the police gonna ride down here and like they're doing now, look at everything going on. And when they see the action going on, 5 minutes later, they go up to the 5th precinct, load up, and here they come to tear the goddamn door down. I see Chrysler's back to work. Peace to all my Chrysler brothers, because that goddamn Jefflin assembly plant is one of my strongholds. God damn it, they caught me coming to work, they caught me at lunchtime, and they caught me when they was on their way home. Yeah. This motherfucking street here, man, is the only way to the freeway, and God damn it, you might as well call us Freeway motherfucking Eddie. Because this motherfucking block here, it's the only way you can get to the freeway, so everything is coming up this block. Everybody got to come up here to go to work, and everybody got to come up this block to go home. French Road.
So we struggle when we finally get over here. Yep. Shout out to the big homie whose name we will not mention, who gave us our first word.
Fam.
Fam.
That's fam.
Did the right thing.
Yeah.
And helped the cause. But we still scuffling.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
But so we scuffling so much the pie ain't big enough for 2 people to eat. I'll move on. At that
point, no. It wasn't even big enough for one person to eat, let alone 2 guys.
Okay. So I slide out the picture. You say, I'm going to give it a go, Junior. I'm going to stick it out.
Yeah.
And you caught a break.
Well, I actually went to Pops.
Okay.
And talked to the fat man because I know that's my ace in the hole.
Oh, yeah. You played your last ace.
I need a plug.
You played your last ace.
He got it.
Yeah.
Anytime I really need a plug, he got it. So I went up there, hey, Pops, it's laying like this. I need some motherfucking work that's really fucked up.
Okay.
Now, I don't get high no goddamn more.
Okay.
Now, I done proved the point. You see, I'll stand up under a case. Federal indictment. I ain't said a word but take me to my cell. Now, I know I deserve to get a motherfucking bag now, man.
Right.
And he called Demetrius, because I had been looking for Demetrius every way because he had played me. I tell you what, go over there and look for Demetrius. Everywhere I went, he had just left. And so I went back up to the penitentiary and said, Pops, y'all running me around like a goddamn, like you said, a motherfucker getting a cow shitting in the road like a motherfucker. So he done ran me around, and now I finally went back up to the penitentiary again and said, man, fuck it, I give up. I can't. Boy, you sure ain't got no motherfucking endurance. Now, when you get up tomorrow, he'll be able to be at your mother's house. Boy, I said, you motherfucker, you. Okay. Just that simple. When you get up tomorrow morning, he'll be over to your mother's house. Tell him what you're trying to do.
Okay.
You know, when Demetrius came over, I'll never forget it. He had on a motherfucking green trench coat. He had like a gray suit on, some motherfucking green and gray motherfucking lizard gators. Nigga, he had a briefcase with about 50,000 in that motherfucker. He had one of them cell phones that back then they was carrying the backpack. Couple heaters on his side. Came in the house, nigga, what's going on? Told him, hey man, I'm trying to get on for real. He said, what you trying to do, Eddie, baby? I said, well, I'm trying to run this cane thing over there on the east side. He said, where you trying to run at? I said, on French Road. He said, you know, my stronghold is Mac and Gray right up the street.
Which what, about 10 blocks from
Go
here?
up to the corner to motherfucking Mac, make a left turn, and go over the bridge, you at Mac and Gray.
Great, okay.
So he said, you know, you in my stronghold now. You coming from the Southfield. See, niggas always think for some reason that Southfield niggas didn't have no staying power. So we had to prove that shit wrong. The suburban boys got as much staying goddamn power as the rest. And we definitely don't talk.
We were Southfield kids, but we was raised with street gods.
Yes.
So it ain't like the average Southfield kid.
Well, we had the goddamn plug. Now tell me,
Yes.
do you want me in the party or not? God damn it, if you want the party to start, I got the goddamn plug that's gonna make this motherfucker like Christmas time at Woodward, okay? Now, if you want that kind of action in Christmas parties, in Corvettes and Rolls Royces and goddamn Jags and Benz, you might want to join this goddamn Southfield team.
Okay.
Because we the motherfuckers who got the plug.
So D, you get with D, him and your daddy stop spinning you. He actually show up where he's supposed to be.
And I said I want a brick, and he gave it to me right there and gave my mother $10,000. Sent everybody in the penitentiary, gave away another goddamn $5,000, 500, sent him 500 in jail, and he had Trisha go get all the money orders and mail them up there to Milan to all them niggas. So when he came over, he gave my mother 10 grand, and he passed out $5,000 for all the niggas in Milan. Sent him 500, him 500, him 500. That's how he came in. Gave me a brick. Call me when you need me.
Okay. As I recall, because again, shout out to Brother Rome, because I'm steady. I'm out in Troy doing my thing, working. Slanging a little powder, right?
Yeah.
So, so Rome Rome say, hey man, I know you done caught up to Eddie. I say, no, I ain't seen Big in 1 or 2 weeks. He said, well, you know what happened? I said, what you mean what happened, Rome? He said some guy's father, no name, D, then gave him a brick, and they banging on French Road.
That was it.
I didn't skirt. Hey man, and you looked out for me. You didn't send me through no changes.
Right off the rip. Because we had did bad together. If you had to hung around.
Oh, I lesson in life. Gave up 50% partnership.
He was my partner.
But
at
to your credit, you know what?
We was partners, man. No doubt about it.
Good. I say this. I'm gonna give you flowers while you're here.
That's right.
When I was getting money, you always you didn't have to look out for me. But at my worst on this block, you always looked out for me.
But see, life changes. Things don't always stay the goddamn same.
Yeah.
Anytime I came to New York, where's that Juice?
Yeah.
Juice gonna always take me to it. He introduced me to Big Ed. So
and Kid Cuba, to be honest.
Now, if I had fucked over him here, I come to New York, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna answer the phone. But I come to New York, not only does he answer the phone, nigga stay in my place. He working at the Gap. We hanging out all goddamn night. I don't know how the fuck he getting up, going to work on about a half an hour seat with a goddamn wash up. I'm fucked up now.
Okay, wait a minute. Well, let's get back to it. D put you down, this spot explodes.
Christmas time at Woodward.
It explodes. Problem is, tragedy would strike 4-5 months later.
Yes.
Do you get the news about D? Are you here?
I was leaving here. I was on the freeway. I was leaving here actually to go get 2 bricks for him, for actually our friend.
Yeah.
And
for
I
fam.
had finished for fam, and I had finished up. And actually fam pulled up, and he told me what he needed, and I actually called him in front of fam. And I spoke to him right in front of fam, and I said, hey man, I need this, this, and that. So he said, I'll tell you what, we can either go to, I had seen him in E-Courses, the house he was stashing up at that time. He said, or you can wait till about 4 o'clock and meet me at the 19th hole. Now, if I hadn't went out there at 2:30, I would have seen him at E-course, but that's rush hour.
Right.
So it really didn't make no sense. But here's the kind of guy Demetrius was. I'm the male. If you need it now, I'm coming right now.
I deliver.
I love him for that. If I had said to that brother, I really need it right this second, we'd went out to E-course and got it.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't like that, man. If you tell a guy, I really need it not at 4, I need it
now.
Let's go, man.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy
He was a business. That's a businessman, though.
There you go.
A businessman take care of business when business on the floor.
Don't necessarily have time to wait
That's
for
right.
your schedule.
That's right. And when you in business, when business on the floor, you take care of business.
You're gonna pass up $50,000-$60,000 over a couple
of
hours.
No, they don't work that way. It don't work that way.
Well, I mean, it didn't work that way for us.
So speaking of New York and me,
Yes.
R.I.P. DH.
Yes.
His demise has come.
Yes.
Unfortunately for you, that means your plug for this banging business
It's gone.
is gone. I didn't slid back to New York.
Yeah.
You start coming to New York.
Yes. I was getting money in New York. So actually, I was fucking with Kane, but I was also teetering in boy, okay? But I got robbed. And when I came back, your pops had the plug. When I come back, now I'm hustling. I got a few dollars.
Because, wait a minute, let me back up. Because when the Pakistani plug first started, you would be seeing Pop, my dad, in New York, and we'd be bullshitting around at the Marriott.
But you want the truth.
Yeah.
The dope came right from behind you.
Because
Donald and Cat.
Shout out to Cat.
Donald
Rest in
and Cat
peace.
was living right on Harding. And Donald came
Who is
to
Shauna's people.
Donald came to me
Okay.
and gave me some goddamn dope. Where in the fuck did you get this from?
Okay. Because Donald didn't hit the stash.
I don't know that.
You don't know yet. You don't.
All I know is he gave me some killer ass dope
Okay.
and told me he got it from your pops. That's all he said.
That's all he said.
Say, I got it from Courtney. I said, Courtney? You got this from Courtney? So you know I'm on my way to Courtney.
Now this after you done got robbed in New York.
Yes.
So you had a good connect.
I took all this money and got it together. So now I'm at a real war. After I done got the dope from here, my bankroll really didn't jump.
Okay. But you was messing with some Colombians and Dominicans named Crazy and Pablo.
On 126. You know exactly who I was fucking with.
So they filled in, when D passed, you running to New York for a minute, messing with Pablo and Crazy,
Yes.
and it's working out pretty good for you.
Oh man, if I had listened, I probably would still be with them.
Okay.
Seriously, it was that kind of plug, man. It was a serious plug.
But
Dave King was coming back 30, and we go on.
right. So unfortunately, leaving Pablo and Crazy joint, they catch you. The crew, that Harlem crew, you get robbed.
Yeah.
So now you got to regroup again.
Yeah.
Donald didn't put you on. That Pops
Had it.
had it.
Yes, had it.
Okay.
Yes.
So then obviously you want to talk to my old man.
Run up on him over on 6 Mile at Mr. Moore's joint.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now him and George is together. Schoolyard George.
Shout out to
He's
Schoolyard.
driving a brand new Camaro now.
Okay.
Now it's really coming into focus real clear. Schoolyard George is driving a brand new IROC Camaro.
Okay.
The dope fiend John the Baptist is driving a brand new Buick.
Shout out to the Baptist,
okay?
R.I.P. That's right.
Telling me, nigga, you better. You know when a nigga getting high, tell you, and here's a nigga that you know ain't getting no money.
And now he
a brand new car. You like, what the fuck is really going on?
You say got some focus there.
Both of these motherfuckers is driving brand new cars.
Okay. You said Courtney Crew doing all right now.
Nigga, Courtney, I done got robbed. Courtney said, man, I got some real good job in. I said, I tell you what, make up some bundles. First we did this. He said, I'm gonna give you a sample of it. So first he made up motherfucking, he gave me like a half ounce of dope.
Okay.
I'm expecting to get the dope I got from Don. Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
Okay.
I'm lying like Why the fuck you lie to me like that, Don?
Yeah, he just
Nah,
say
I really fucked up.
Yeah.
Don done told me this bullshit. Courtney give me this shit, and it ain't even close to what the fuck Donald gave me.
because you,
Wow.
Donald gave it to you naked.
Well, I don't know this.
Okay.
He said he didn't tell me no story. He said, I got this from Courtney.
Okay.
So I figure if he giving it to Donald, he would give it to me.
Okay, but you don't know Donald.
I don't know the story behind it. You would have to fill in
Yeah.
the audience about the behind the scenes story of that.
How
But
Donald
all
got
he did was gave me some killer ass dope and said he got it from Courtney. And Courtney is the type of guy that you would figure has some killer ass dope. And the shit he gave me, it only could have came from a nigga like Courtney. Man, that kind of shit that man had, man, he ain't never had nothing like that since.
No.
Never had nothing like that before.
Nah, you didn't know. You was one of the few people who was ever gonna see that bag
Shit,
naked.
Nigga, stop it. Man.
Okay.
Look,
So,
and to make it even worse, just so you know, this motherfucker had about 100 grams of that shit. I'm looking like, what the fuck did happen around here? Who hit the lottery?
who hit the line?
Who did hit the goddamn? Who hit the mega? Somebody hit the Mega Millions around here. He driving a goddamn new Buick. He driving a new Camaro, and he got some killer dope that knock a motherfucking bull out.
So
something is in there.
Yeah.
I want to figure out where all this shit is happening, how all this shit happened.
Okay. Once Pop give you the bundles, the first bag, the sample don't work out. You like something ain't right.
No, the actual dope didn't work.
Dope
but
didn't.
then he said, I tell you what, I'm going to make up some bundles, and I want you to take them over there and pass them out at Mac and Bewick and see what kind of response you get.
Okay.
Okay. He mean your boy 250.
Okay.
That's my road dog. Now we hungry. Courtney gave us 10 free bundles to give away. We're supposed to give all 10 of these bundles away now. We go up to Mac and Bewick. I swear to God, I gave Dirty Dave one whole bundle free.
Okay.
Gave him a free bundle. Me and Craig, I passed out another bundle in all packs. Craig passed out another bundle in all packs, and the goddamn money started flowing. Niggas started, we said, we didn't give away all the samples, now you gotta buy it. Niggas, give me. Man, they paying $10 for a fucking half a gram. And the dope will knock a bull out. Man, that shit
So Pops
I
is
couldn't
putting...
walk the back and Bewick and walk back here before 7 bundles was gone. That quick. When I go back to Courtney, I said, man, they all gone. He said, now I done made $700 this quick. I didn't tell him that. I said, I done gave all them away and they want some more. I done sold 7 bundles and they begging me for some more. Now, we got to make up some more bundles. So me, him, and Schoolyard George sit down and make up about 20 bundles.
Okay.
I'll come right back over here with him. I went to Paul McDaniel's house. And from that moment, it didn't stop. At night, it was like I was selling crack.
And at this time, you are selling both.
You would have thought I was selling crack.
At this time, you are selling.
But I wasn't.
But you very
what
soon.
What was selling was the dog food. I had crack, but that shit would have spoiled. This how fast. Look, I went through 20 bundles before I sold 500. Man, I wouldn't even say 300. An 8-ball. I would tell you, I sold 20 bundles of dog food at night, and I couldn't sell an 8-ball. Straight up.
And you would eventually get so profitable, you gave away to the great late Paul McDaniel. You gave him the coke business.
He could have that.
You didn't even want it no more.
That. It wasn't worth nothing. It really wasn't worth nothing, man. If you getting money like that, my problem became, I need some motherfuckers to sit at the hookup table and get this shit together, because this shit rolling. This is motherfucking rolling thunder, man. This ain't no motherfucking hustle that you gonna see every day.
And to let the people know, we've got a 5-6 person hookup team that cannot keep up with. Literally, they can't bag it up quick enough.
And it was coming here so much. I mean, they was coming like, man, they was coming so much, you would be paranoid to stand here and serve them. I mean, they was rushing like that. I tell you what, we're going to start another spot, man, because this motherfucker.
So then you started to expand. So you on French Road.
Yes.
Where was your next location in the neighborhood?
Field and Townsend.
Field and Townsend.
Field and Townsend.
Then you went
Then
to
I went
get
to
Lee.
Margraw and Mac.
Before you got to Lee May?
I never went to
Leon, wasn't Leon on Lee May?
He was working here. Leon is a motherfucker who went to Field and Townsend from here because it was so hot. Leon left here. Leon was running here. He left here and went to Field and Townsend. When I left here, Leon actually went and found the joint at Field and Townsend. He was the one who found the spot. And he had Shaking them working for him. So I say, fuck that. I went over there for a minute, and that motherfucker was more busy than he was here.
Okay.
I said, I got to get the fuck out of here because the police gonna follow from there to here, and I ain't gonna be in either place.
Okay.
So now, Cadillac Rob,
Okay.
he on McGraw and Mac. He getting high. Cadillac, I need somewhere to hang out, man. I need somewhere to stay, man. I ain't even really trying to sell here. I just need somewhere, when they call me, I'll keep the bundles to take to them. So I got to take him 100 bundles, him 100 bundles, so I keep the 200 bundles at Mac's house. I didn't start off selling there. That was a stash house. But motherfucker started calling and shit so much, and he wanted to get in the game like that movie, Superfly, when niggas just beg you to get.
Right.
I don't want you to sell.
Yeah.
He jumped right in. Man, you gotta let me sell. And you can't turn a nigga down.
Because you're hanging out there.
Because he would feel you shitting him if he see all this money. Now I can move me 100 bundles. He ain't gonna let me work.
Okay.
Nah, bro.
Then you went over to Cadillac too, didn't you? You was at Cadillac?
Yep, Pat's house.
Pat's house at Cadillac.
After he got so hot, fucking, let me go back. After I stopped fucking with him, because his shit got even hot, I went to Pat's house to start another spot. Same thing. I ain't even going to Pat's house. I'm going to have Craig around them here, he's selling it. And I'm going to stay at Pat's house with the bag. So, because the police raid here, I didn't want no bunch of dope here. So I kept very little dope here, just enough to run the spot. My stash would always be somewhere else in the neighborhood. And that where I would not try to sell, but anybody that see me gonna come there. If a nigga see me go in this house, they gonna come to that house, hey, I just seen Eddie, let me speak to Eddie. And you just can't tell them no.
At the peak of that Pakistani plug, how much was you doing a day?
150,000. 50,000 here, 50,000 there, 50,000 at Margraw and Mac, and I just kept floating. Man.
There you go.
French Road is closed, okay? It's out of business forever. It's closed.
But actually, that's perfect. We got all we can get today. Okay. I got to get to the dispensary. Okay. Very good, Mr. Jackson.
You got it.
1973. The Detroit Free Press's front page proclaims, "Dope kingpins get away with it." They had names like Jesse James, Pretty Ricky, the Black Greek, and Mr. Clean. 2 of the 12 men listed as Detroit's biggest heroin dealers were next-door neighbors, and in reality, they were the 2 largest heroin dealers in Detroit, dwarfing the other men on the list.
Got 12 kilos. We gonna cut it 10 times at a minimum, so that'd have been 120 kilos.
The audience needs to understand the significance of black entrepreneurship.
Customer give me the money, put the money through a chute in the door. They would drop the dope down right in front of the door.
And everybody was getting money. Everybody was getting money that time.
Always bags of money coming and going in the house.
Almost to the ceiling, just a room full of money stacked to the ceiling.
Eddie had shot past everybody in the city put together.
The gentleman gangster. You meet the right people, make the right connections to make everyone happy, and do it all without having to really brandish a gun.
Nicky Bond, snitch. Frank Lucas, snitch. Where's the real ones?
I said, give me the pistol. And I said, I should blow your goddamn brains out right now.
The 750 murders last year was a record for Detroit, murder capital of the country.
This is a story about a real one. From the beginning to the end, never telling on nobody.
Eddie the Fat Man Jackson, charismatic son of a pool hall owner, and his chief lieutenant, Courtney the Field Marshal Brown, a former city bus driver, had built an empire on a par with men like Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas of New York. But theirs was a very different and in many ways more sophisticated operation than Barnes and Lucas's, based on family ties and finesse more than murder and mayhem.
I went into that foolishness. It was business to me.
He kept it so separate, and he's my Little League baseball coach.
Family came first.
He would keep a pistol at the bottom of the Halloween bag.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna shoot you right down.
We had guys working 3 shifts. They were just like they worked before. We paid vacation. They worked 8 hours a day. They got paid for overtime. And we had a bunch of loyal workers.
Okay, I'm gonna take 250 people. I got $1 million to blow. We all gonna go down here and blow this $1 million together.
Throwing money out of the car down in the Brewster Project.
Me and Eddie used to buy 2 and 3 keys of cocaine just for our personal.
The entertainers wanted to take pictures with the likes of those men like Eddie Jackson.
You name them, we served them. Richard Pryor, the Dale, the OJ.
It's just a couple of old white guys sitting around a desk with a whole bunch of people bringing them money in. And what they were doing they were money launderers.
You know, you ask yourself questions like tobacco. How many people died last year from tobacco? When we started talking about the moral value of what Eddie Jackson and others do. I'm not condoning what they do. What I'm simply saying is that there are many on that playing field.
People from Israel, there's some people from South America, there's some people from West Africa, and then it's myself.
Everybody in the city knew Eddie Jackson, and everybody knew he was on top of the pyramid. I was his right-hand man.